When your cat puts their paw on you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it feels sweet. Sometimes it even seems random. Just a soft little touch while you're working, sleeping, or lying next to them. But behind that simple action, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you ignore it, which most owners do, you might completely miss the way your cat is trying to bond with you. Let's start with what that tiny paw on your arm really means. Have you ever noticed your cat placing one paw on you and then just leaving it there? Most people think it's about attention. They assume the cat wants food, petting, or playtime. But here's what's actually happening. Your cat is checking emotional contact. Cats are physically cautious animals. In the wild, unnecessary touch can be dangerous. It exposes them, slows reaction time, makes them vulnerable. So when your cat touches you without needing anything, they're not simply trying to get your attention. They're reassuring themselves that you're there. Researchers who study feline behavior often describe cats as proximity bonders. They don't always express affection through constant interaction like dogs do. Instead, they stay emotionally connected through quiet presence and controlled physical contact. That tiny paw is part of that system. Think about that for a second. Your cat could sit beside you without touching you at all, but they choose to create contact anyway. And here's where it gets even more powerful. Some cats will do this more often when you're stressed, distracted, or emotionally low. They pick up changes in your voice, movement, and routine far more than people realize. And by the way, if your cat ever suddenly stops touching you altogether after doing it for years, don't brush it off. We'll get to what that can really mean later, and it's something many owners wish they'd understood sooner. Now here's what most people don't realize. A 2019 study from Oregon State University found that cats form attachment bonds with humans similar to the way infants bond with caregivers. In stressful situations, bonded cats consistently look to their owners for reassurance and emotional regulation. But emotionally, what does that actually mean? It means your cat doesn't just recognize you. They depend on your presence to feel safe. So when that paw lands softly on your chest or arm, your cat is often grounding themselves through you. Animal cognition research also shows that physical contact can reduce stress responses in social animals. And while cats are independent in many ways, bonded cats still seek emotional stabilization through trusted individuals. That's you. This is where most owners get it wrong. They think affection from cats has to look dramatic to be meaningful. Sleeping on you, following you everywhere, loud purring. But for many cats, one small paw resting on your skin is the emotional equivalent of saying, "I trust you enough to relax." And for a species built around survival instincts, that matters more than most people understand. Have you ever wondered why your cat sometimes touches you and then rubs their face against you right after? Here's what's actually happening. Cats have scent glands in their paws, cheeks, and forehead. Every time they touch you intentionally, they leave behind tiny chemical signals called pheromones. Humans can't smell them, but to your cat, those invisible marks carry emotional meaning. Studies on domestic cats reveal that scent sharing is one of the strongest social bonding behaviors they have. Cats mix scents with individuals they consider emotionally safe. In other words, your cat is making you smell like them. Not because they own you in some cold or controlling way, because in their mind, you belong inside their emotional territory. You're a part of the safe space. Think about that for a second. In the wild, cats survive by identifying what's familiar and what's dangerous. Familiar scent means reduced threat, reduced stress, stability. So when your cat puts their paw on you repeatedly, especially during calm moments, they're reinforcing connection through scent and contact at the same time. What makes this even more meaningful is that cats don't do this indiscriminately. They choose carefully. And hey, if this makes sense to you, hit like and subscribe. It helps us reach more cat lovers who actually want to understand what their cat is really saying. Here's where it gets even deeper. This behavior begins in kittenhood. Newborn kittens survive through touch. Before their vision fully develops, they use paws to locate warmth, safety, and their mother. Behavioral scientists have observed that kittens repeatedly press their paws against their mother while nursing. That contact regulates comfort and security during one of the most important survival moments of their lives. And traces of that instinct never completely disappear. That's why many adult cats place a paw on you while falling asleep, or while you pet them, or right before they start purring. Your cat is tapping into an ancient memory system tied to safety and attachment. But domestic cats adapted something fascinating over time. They transferred parts of those bonding behaviors onto humans. So the next time your cat reaches out with one soft paw while resting beside you, remember what that action is connected to deep inside their brain. Warmth, protection, survival, trust. That's not random affection. That's instinct reshaped into love. Have you ever noticed your cat acts completely different with other people? Maybe guests walk into your house and your cat disappears. Or maybe they tolerate someone else but never touch them the way they touch you. Here's what most people don't realize. Cats are selective with vulnerability. A 2021 study from the University of Sussex found that cats modify social behavior depending on the level of trust they feel towards specific humans. That means your cat isn't expressing the same emotional language to everyone equally. So when your cat deliberately places their paw on you, especially while relaxed, they're doing something highly selective. They're choosing contact, choosing exposure, choosing closeness. Think about that for a second. Cats don't survive by blindly trusting. Their instincts are built around caution, which means every calm, voluntary touch carries weight. And this is why so many cat owners feel emotionally attached to these tiny moments. Because deep down, you recognize what your cat is giving you. Access. Not everybody gets that from them. Remember earlier when I said some owners don't realize what happens when this behavior changes? This is what I was talking about. Here's the ultimate truth most people never realize about that paw on your arm. Your cat is lowering their guard. When cats feel unsafe, they stay ready to move instantly. Muscles tense, limbs tucked close, eyes alert. But when your cat stretches out and rests a paw on you without tension, they're doing the opposite. They're relaxing inside your presence. And for an animal designed by evolution to constantly calculate risk, that is enormous. Think about that for a second. Your cat is choosing emotional exposure over self-protection. Not because they have to, because they want to. This is where the behavior becomes more than affection. It becomes trust in its purest form. Not loud trust, quiet trust. The kind that says, I don't need to stay guarded around you. And honestly, that may be one of the deepest compliments a cat can give. Now, this doesn't mean your cat needs to touch you constantly. Every cat has a different personality. But if your cat regularly places their paw on you and suddenly stops for long periods, pay attention. Here's what's actually happening sometimes. Behavioral changes are often one of the earliest signs of stress, fear, illness, or emotional withdrawal in cats. Cats communicate through patterns. So when a pattern disappears, especially one tied to bonding, it matters. Maybe something in the environment changed. Maybe your routine changed. Or maybe your cat no longer feels physically comfortable. This is where most owners miss important signals because they assume cats are just independent. But bonded cats absolutely notice emotional distance, and they absolutely communicate it. So if that gentle touch disappears, don't ignore it. Observe, slow down, reconnect with them. Sometimes the smallest behaviors carry the biggest messages. So when your cat puts their paw on you, do you actually know what they're trying to say? It's not just a habit, it's not random, and it's definitely not meaningless. That small touch can mean reassurance, trust, emotional grounding, even vulnerability. Your cat is choosing connection in one of the quietest ways they know how. That's not simple affection. That's your cat lowering their defenses around you on purpose. And that little paw resting against your skin, it was never small to them, and it shouldn't be small to you either.